Well, what do we have here? I'm Captain Barkel, and I'm here to introduce you to the basics of Army generalship. You have the money for the commission. Let's see if you've got the brains to go with it. A general needs to survey the battlefield to command his troops. This is a distant view, enabling you to see a lot of your army at once. If you want to zoom in to take a closer view, roll the mouse wheel forward, or just press and hold the page up key on your keyboard. Well, I'm glad that didn't prove too difficult. To zoom back out, simply roll the mouse wheel backwards, or press and hold the page down key on your keyboard. Good to see you've picked up the basics. You don't want to stare ahead all the time, so here's how to rotate the view. Press and hold the C button on your keyboard. Now, while holding the C button, move your mouse left or right. As you can see, the view rotates left or right horizontally according to the movement of your mouse. You make it look as easy as it actually is. Now practice the horizontal rotation for a while. Well, that's enough of that. That's horizontal rotation. But you can rotate the view freely. To do this, press and hold the left Alt on your keyboard first. Now move your mouse anywhere. As you'll see, the view rotates wherever you move the mouse. Try it out and see for yourself. Have you done this before? You seem like a natural. In the heat of battle, you'll be zooming and rotating the view like there's no tomorrow. However, in some dangerous situations, it's very important that you set the view back to its default position. To set your view to its default position, just press the space bar on your keyboard. Have a go now. Praise be to Sigmar! Now, zoom and rotate the view again, and then go back to the default position. You learn quickly. That's good to see. You don't want to just look around, so now we'll see how you move on the battlefield. Move your mouse cursor to one of the edges of the screen. There's also a different way to change the view. If you press and hold the mouse wheel or the N key on your keyboard, you can pan the view. Now move your mouse in any direction. You'll get a medal from the Emperor, to be sure. As you can see, the battlefield moves below you as if you grabbed and pulled it by the mouse cursor. Well, since you've mastered that, I'll let you in on a third way to move the view above the battlefield. But don't tell anyone else. At the lower left corner of your screen, there's an overview map called the mini-map. Here, you can see the top view of the whole battlefield. The white triangle shows your camera position. Now, move your mouse cursor to the red circle on the mini-map and click the left mouse button. There's no stopping you, is there? The camera jumped to this new location. Why don't you try it again? You've learned how to manipulate your view of the battlefield so far. However, you're going to actually have to command your army to win battles. So, let's take a look at that. You can see a small force in the middle of the military camp. The Count thinks a lot of you and has given you some of his soldiers to command. Lucky you. There are no individual soldiers on the battlefield. Every soldier is part of a group called a unit. Now, here you have a swordsman unit, which is a basic melee unit, and next to them is a handgunners unit, which is a basic ranged unit in the Empire Army. To get the attention of the swordsman unit, just click with the left mouse button on either the soldiers, the unit banner above them, or the unit card on the user interface at the bottom of the screen. Now they're ready to be ordered about. I'll show you how you can move them around. Move the mouse cursor to the red circle on the battlefield and press the right mouse button.
Get moving, you lazy curs!
As easy as that. Now the swordsman will move to where you've clicked. They're an obedient lot. Let's try it again, just to be sure. Move the cursor to the red circle and press the right mouse button again.
Step out smartly,
Yes,
lads.
you've definitely got this mastered. Victory will be yours. One way to select multiple units is the selection rectangle. Move your cursor anywhere on the battlefield, then press and hold the left mouse button and start to move the mouse.
Sigma, grant us
There, you
victory.
seem to have got that. Now you're drawing a green rectangle. Try to surround the swordsman and the handgunners with the rectangle and then release the mouse button. If you surrounded them completely, both units will be selected.
Forward, sons of Sigma! The faithful
Well
shall
done.
prosper.
The Count will be most happy. Most of your units will move in formations. They form a square-like shape that helps them fight together and makes it harder for the enemy to harm them. However, moving in formation takes extra time, and in addition, the units that move in formation are more vulnerable from the back. So it's very important that you make sure you have them facing the right way. Never show your back to the enemy. For the most efficient use of your troops, you need to combine movement and facing change. Move your mouse cursor to the red circle. Then press and hold the right mouse button. Good. Well, you can see that after a short while, the green arrow appears below the mouse cursor. If you release the button, the unit moves to the target location and faces in the direction you selected.
Quickly, men,
Well,
move
the
out!
art of war is no mystery to you, is it? You don't have to wait for the green arrow to appear. There is a faster way to set your units facing at the target location. And here's how. Move your cursor to the red circle. Next, press and hold the right mouse button and move your mouse quickly in the desired direction.
March on!
Well, that's the style. As you can see, the green arrow appears immediately and points in the direction of the mouse cursor. Now simply release the right mouse button to move your unit into position.
March on!
You have the precision of a marksman, no mistake. Today we learn the basics of the view controls and some simple unit commands. Now, you can stay and drill the men, or you're free to go back to your chambers and rest. Meet me here tomorrow morning, first thing, and we'll get into the really exciting stuff. Fighting!
Step out smartly, lads! Victory!
in the month.
Men of the Empire, your time has come. From the walls of that tower we can strike forth at the hated slaves of darkness. The gods have offered up this hour for our vengeance, so grasp it with fervor and salve your anguish with the blood of the Northmen! Drive them back to their caves and take that tower!
I must change my position.
The southern cowards have found us! Kill them all!
Prepare for the attack!
I will ask for no quarter and will offer none.
Those infernal machines will be the end of us. They need to be destroyed before we can advance.
No man can fight these creatures! Fight these creatures! No man can fight these creatures!
The tower is ours again. Captain Feldsturm can set up his battery from here.
Captain, look! It seems we're not fighting alone!
Magnus and the Empire!
Burn, you ignorant savage! Take a fireball up your hairy arse!
What are your orders, my lord? Advance on the enemy! Forward! Move out! Advance at my command!
The law of fire is mine to command.
Yes, my lord? Give them hot lead!
can fight these creatures!
Step lively there! Move out! Advance at my command! Shoot that position!
Those abominations will kill no more men of the Empire. Signal the advance!
Ready and willing. Onwards, brave lads! We are yours to command. Praise Sigmar! Victory is yours!
A finely won victory, wouldn't you say, Count Gruber?
I would have said hard fought, Captain Steimer. The priests of Moor will be busy for days burying the dead, don't you think?
A costly victory, yes, Captain von Kessel, but one that we had to achieve. Count Feuerbach's army has suffered many casualties these past months, and last week he took my advice to pull back his forces to Talabayam. If we had failed today, the Northmen would have killed everyone between here and Wolfenburg within days. Our army stands alone.
We cannot rest until the Chaos Filth are driven from Sigmar's realm.
Fine words, von Kessel. Though it is the traitors in our midst that concern me more than the Northman hordes.
If you have an accusation to make...
Enough! Word from the generals of Kislev is that another horde is gathering in the north. Warbands still roam freely. The safety of the Empire is far from assured at the moment. We must strike hard against this invasion and choke it in its infancy. We must attack where they are gathering.
I would be honored, my lord.
No, I need you with my army. Von Kessel will head north and seek out their camp.
As you command, my lord. Where would you have me march?
Travel east and north, via Esterdorf if you need to resupply, and press on further northwards. There are regiments from my army and others on patrol in the region. Gather up any of them if you can. We will need as many men as possible for the battles ahead.
I hope you can be trusted. Disobedience is in your blood.
My loyalty is to the Empire alone.